Good morning from beautiful Los Angeles. It's going to be overcast today. We finally got some rain just in time, and it's very fitting because coming to town to the SoFi this Sunday, the Seattle Seahawks 7-2 coming in for some Sunday football to play the 7-2 Los Angeles Rams. So this overcast matches what they probably get in Seattle all the time. It's super freaking fitting. I am one half of this morning show, Tuna, joined by my friend, the Sheriff. Good morning, Sheriff. How are we living?
Absolutely pinnacle, dude. Fired up for this game. Fired up to see these uniforms in action, dude. Fired up to see Sam Darnold cry. Lots of action, dude. So I'm pretty pretty pumped about it, man. And my Aggies are still on fire. So it's been fun, man.
I have not watched enough college football to participate in this conversation, but I've seen a little bit here and there. That catch that wide receiver had for Indiana against Penn State last week.
I thought Gus Johnson was going to explode.
The closest toe tap, like literally just a fragment of his shoe touched a blade of grass. That was insane. Gus Johnson, I wish called every Los Angeles Rams game because I freaking love Gus Johnson.
He's the best.
But hey, happy preview show. We got midnight mode. We got midnight jerseys in the middle of the day on a Sunday afternoon.
Midnight in the middle of the day. I love it, man. Yeah, I'm fired up about it. I think it, like, for sure, like the next, at least one of these times that we wear the Rivals jerseys in the next 2 years, it has to be at night, right? Like, they're going to hear all of our comments. They're like, we have to put it on a primetime game. There's no way, man.
It just makes no sense. It's hilarious. Like the fact the Rams, I don't know if they just really just didn't care. Maybe didn't push for a schedule. Like, hey, can we, our primetime game? Maybe they didn't want primetime games to have this, but the Patriots just wore theirs in Thursday Night Football, so I don't understand it.
Seattle wears theirs against us in primetime later this year.
So like I said, I just don't think they push for primetime. That's a whole other conversation. But these players do look good in midnight. They're gonna get some photos out of them in practice with the helmets on. I am super excited. Let's see. Yeah, man. I think the first things first. Cooper Kupp coming back.
Cooper Kupp coming back. That's right, man. Obviously, his comments were exactly what you would expect in his press conference, talking about like, yeah, I love those guys, but once the game started, I'm just trying to win. I'm trying to win a football game, which I think is totally reasonable and solid option to go in and like mindset to go into this game with. I think we should have that too. Of like, yeah, we love Cooper Kupp. As soon as that ball's kicked off, well, I hope everybody on Seattle gets smoked. So he included. I don't know.
Yeah, it's this is tough, man. I don't think this is a situation where they like do a tribute to him. This isn't the NBA. I'm kind of hoping they don't. Like it's like Cooper Kupp said, like I'm not dead. Like I didn't pass on. Like I just went to a different team. I think not doing any kind of tribute, it adds to the rivalry of it. Is very fitting. Like, okay, cool. You know, you're an op now. But Cooper Kupp obviously had a lot of historic moments. He had one of the greatest wide receiver season of all time in 2021 with the Rams. Shout out to Brock Vieira of Rams on SI. I'm not sure if you read it yet, Joe, but the main takeaway from this was in the Super Bowl, Kupp did something that he's never done before. He went to Yarbs and said, tell McVay, get me the ball. And then they go on that last drive, which, you know, and then the rest is history. But never heard that before. I've never heard of Kupp ever asking for the ball, but in the biggest moment, you know, the faith that Yarbs had in him and the faith that McVay has in Yarbs to make a decision like that in the biggest moment of their lives.
Dude, that is really sick, actually. Because yeah, you're right. That's not a Cooper Kupp mindset for sure. But yeah, man, we don't need to like have some kind of. You're right. He's not dead. He's not Tucker Kraft. Like he didn't die this year. So yeah, we don't need to like mourn Kupp and being a Seahawk. It's just it. I don't know. It's like because I two things can be true. I can love and appreciate everything Cooper Kupp did for the Rams. I can also want him to get wrecked as a member of the Seahawks. He's a rival now. And yeah, I will always remember and respect him for what he's done for this team. But yeah, I'm a Rams fan, dude. Like, I'm not here because of Cooper Kupp. You know what I mean? I've been here before Cooper Kupp and I'm here after Cooper Kupp. So I don't know, man. I want the Rams to win. That's where I'm at.
That I wonder if there is anyone out there that's just a straight up Cooper Kupp stan. They're like, nope, wherever he goes, that's my guy. Because you get people
Yeah.
that do that for like LeBron or for like quarterbacks. Sometimes I know a few people that are like that with quarterbacks. I wonder if anyone's a Cooper Cup stan like that.
I mean, I wouldn't think it's impossible. But also there's that whole like aspect of this entire Cooper Cup story where, I mean, he's from Seattle. He grew up a Seahawks fan. So like, I'm actually a little stoked for him that he gets to go home and finish up his career where he wanted to probably play his entire life. So I'm also stoked for him. We got all the best years out of Cooper Cup. Like we got all the Pinnacle Cup years. Obviously, nothing will beat 2021 Cooper Cup. That version of him is a superhero. But yeah, I'm kind of stoked for him that he gets to do that. So
Yeah, I still can't get used to seeing him in a non-Rams jersey.
it's very weird.
But anyways, just as he's turned to page, let's turn to page. Let's move on from Cup because I mean there are other Rams too that are returning that not as big a name. Ernest Jones, Darion Kendrick, your guy. It's interesting. There's a lot of Rams returning. Kind of adds to the fire that is this rivalry match. I really do wish this game was Sunday night, like badly.
I'm so indifferent. I don't care about prime time or not. It's I hate waiting all day for Sunday night. I'm one of those guys. So like I was like, especially a game this big, I don't want to just pace around my apartment until I can leave.
Was that a reference to the song?
Of course it was, dude. But yeah, it's like I hate that though. It sucks. Like, yeah, I just want to like the day of me waiting for this game is already going to be long enough. So I'm glad that I don't have to wait till Joe time 6:15 p.m. So
it's Joe time. We're always on Joe time. Can I be on Yo time, Joe time?
You can always be on my time. That's cool.
Ooh, daddy. Speaking of getting daddied, I made some Seahawks fans mad. I'm not sure if you saw some of this at all.
I'm I'm not a very interactive member of social media, but I do see things. So
bro, been some upset people. I was watching some film late the other night, and as I got into bed, it was a little. I had some vegetables, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll put this out there," and went to bed.
Yeah,
Seahawks fans were not happy that I called out their right guard, Anthony Bradford. He has played better their last two games because they wanted to play on his PFF grade, which I don't give a damn about. I don't care about a fake Madden grade.
Grades are the only things that is important, Tuna. Duh.
Yeah, I don't care. You put on the tape. It's like, yeah, everyone's got their plays. Everyone, does decent, like better than you think they do when you watch the film. But by God, Anthony Bradford has so many plays that are just whiffs where it's like, is he playing with his eyes closed? He will knock down his own players. It is an interesting watch. Yeah. Like his body language is so funny where he just like doesn't block anybody on plays, and they didn't like that. So yeah.
Do you have any other replies, or are we leaving those out?
Some of them weren't nice or may get us banned on YouTube, so I'm gonna leave that. Yeah. A lot of people were just pretty much pointing to like, oh yeah, well, our offense is so great, and how many sacks? The main one was like Kobe Turner and Braden Fisk don't have a lot of sacks.
Yeah.
And when somebody tells me that, it's like, okay, you're just a box score watcher.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure, the Rams defense is not good because two guys don't have a lot of sacks. Okay, sure. Whatever. We'll see Sunday.
What's like looking at the difference between touchdowns between Puka and Devontae, and you're like, oh, Puka must not be that good. Like,
exactly.
Well, I don't know about all that, but yeah. So obviously the Anthony Bradford, we've seen some clips this year that, I mean, sure, he's played better these last two games, but like he's given us some content where it's like, oh, yikes, dude. So I mean, if you haven't seen them, they're out there, man. Just type in Anthony Bradford on Twitter, you'll find some stuff.
The other part too, I forgot they have a rookie left guard in Gray Zabel. A pretty good rookie, but still a rookie. So it's going to be interesting playing against that interior offensive line.
Yeah, I think too that like for the Rams pass rush in general, like, I mean, the Seahawks offensive line definitely not a bad unit by any means, but I think too many fans are looking at the lack of sacks against the San Francisco 49ers and then kind of being like, oh man, are we done rushing the passer? Like, are we not good at this anymore? And I argue that with no, they just do a really good game plan of not letting our sacks become the deciding factor. In two games against the 49ers, only one sack. It was a combo between Byron Young and Kobe Turner in that first TNF matchup. but that's not telling, especially when it's against the San Francisco 49ers specifically. They do a really good job getting rid of the football. And then also, let's not pretend like in week 10 that their offensive line didn't actually play really good, even in their one-on-ones when Mac was holding the ball a little bit. They just did a really good job. So that means nothing to Sam Darnold's ability to stay vertical this week. I do think that the Rams are able to get home often on Sam Darnold. Their offense just runs a little bit different. He holds the football a lot longer, different setup entirely. So like, I think I tried to say that to somebody who's like the Mac Jones led San Francisco 49ers offense and the Sam Darnold led Seattle Seahawks offense, not comparable at all. Like you cannot look at those like, because this team did this team will do it. Does not matter. They are not related, completely different situations. I think the Rams can get home on Darnold this week.
Oh yeah, the Niners game plan was phenomenal. I just don't think every team is going to be able to replicate it or is going to have the patience to replicate it. Was it week 5 whenever we played the Niners the first time? A little bit of that's compounded by the secondary playing pretty poorly.
Yeah.
This last game, secondary played better. People don't think they did because of the over 300 yards.
Yeah.
But Mac Jones only had 7 yards per attempt, which is on the season, that is like 30th in the league. You look at the passing chart, dude, they didn't really try anything past 8 or 9 yards. Like rarely. They did it in the first matchup because secondary was just, ass and cheeks. But this last game was just, hey, get rid of the damn ball, disperse it. Let's go get some yak. I don't think that's replicable to everybody because the Seahawks do want to have longer developing plays. They want to have play action passes. Just completely night and day. And speaking of which, we can start on that. Start on offense. Anything stand out to you on this that we're looking at comparing the offenses for Sunday?
I mean, obviously, both teams able to get it done through the air. Points are available. I mean, Rams obviously do a really good job on the other side there, holding opponents down. But passing yards, total yards, points. I mean, this we have all the makings for some fireworks this weekend, which is pretty sweet stuff, depending on how these defenses choose to show up this week.
The rushing yards per game is one that I think is more born out of necessity. I'd like the Rams coming into the season wanted to be like, it seemed like it was going to be ground and pound, but like now they're air it out first and foremost. Seattle, I think somebody said earlier in the season, they're not a great rushing team. They're a great play action team, and they're a great passing out of 12 and 13, similar to the Rams. And I'll still hold on to my joke that you never know what you're going to get on any Kenneth Walker run. It's either a 15-yard incredible athletic play or it's a -2-yard run where he scrambled everywhere. But the giveaways, the Seahawks in your bottom of the league, they have 16 giveaways. They're like their turnover differential is -4 on the season, despite them being 7-2.
Yeah, I mean, coming off of 3 straight wins, but they've turned the ball over on offense 8 times in the last 3 games. In that same exact stretch, the Rams have 0 turnovers. So, I mean, and have gotten 4 in the last 3, but they all also came in just the last 2. So, I mean, that the turnovers is certainly something that the Rams can take advantage of in this game. You do see the sacks there as well. They've been able to protect the quarterback. It's just something about this matchup specifically with the way that the games went last year with Mike McDonald in his first year as the Seahawks coach, and then kind of going into this year and kind of how they've been performing. I just feel like the Rams are going to be able to get home at least a few times. I don't know if we're going to be like seeing an 11 sack game or anything like that, but I do think that we, push 3-4 for sure on Darnold. And then, turnovers. That's going to be a big one, man, because you see the passing game, the passing yards there as well. I mean, JSN is no friggin' joke this year, man. He's catching everything that's thrown his way. It's absolutely crazy to see Cooper Kupp like not even be close to JSN numbers. They've already had their bye week, and he's the only receiver over 1,000. It's certainly you're able to get got by JSN for sure.
Yeah, I think JSN's like at 1,000. The next closest is Kupp at like 300 yards, like 300 something.
367.
Through 10 games, so he's on track for a little over 700. It's not. Yeah, it's clear who their number one target is. The question is going to be, how does Los Angeles deal with it? Like switching over to the defense here, the LA Rams are showing who they are. Like they are bend but don't break. They're willing to give you all the yards, like even through the air. Giving up, like both teams giving up, about basically the same amount of yards in the air per game. But can we stop you in the red zone? Can we only allow field goals? Or can we stop you like at midfield? Like you're going to get a bunch of yards, get a sack, get a stop on fourth down, which the Rams have a lot of stops on fourth down this year. Going up early, teams going for it in the red zone and just coming out with nothing. And then similarly, Seahawks, second in sacks, overtook the Rams over the last 2 weeks. 32 total sacks, second only to the Denver Broncos, who blitz a shit ton.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely nailing it. To bend it, but don't break. I mean, points per game, you see it there, 17 a game. Second in the NFL. Rams are also second in the NFL in third down conversion on defense, giving up just a third of third down conversion. So it really is like first and second down, they'll let you kind of do stuff. They'll try to, they'll watch what you're doing and just kind of pick their spot. When it gets to third down, though, we tighten those screws up. When it get into the red zone, tighten those screws up. And I think it's been working. I mean, yeah, if you want to get a quick 8 on a first down and then pick up the first down on a 5-yard run after that and then get stopped, that's like we're okay with that. It doesn't have to be a 3 and out every single time. We're okay with like, okay, you can get 1 or 2 first downs, but you ain't scoring, like that's all you're going to get. You're not getting to our 40-yard line where you feel okay to take a shot at a field goal. It's the Rams have just done a great job getting off the field, not giving up a bunch of points. And when you have on the other side of it, Matthew Stafford slinging it like he is, I mean, that's how you get to a 7-2 record. I mean, it's not hard to get to mathematically, and seeing how the Rams are playing and how well the defense is holding people out of the end zone and how well Matthew Stafford's running it right now. I mean, the proof is there, man. So feeling good about this game, honestly.
The one thing I wanted to ask, so the Rams are like in the bottom half of the league when it comes to blitz rate.
Yeah.
They are one of the teams that are comfortable saying, all right, we'll rush 4, and they're still getting a pressure rate at a high clip. Like the Rams pressure rate is really, really good. But with better teams coming on this back half of the season, do you think Shula will adjust anything to start blitzing more? Or do you think like there's been enough success where they're kind of locked in? They're like, don't change the recipe until like something bad happens, until it breaks. Like let's just keep running this until we get exposed. Because there are times where I'm like, dude, can we, like the Niners game? Like I get it, it's fine. They had their philosophy and it won the game, but I'm like, can we blitz a little bit? Like, are we gonna mix it up? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not taking a good thing for granted. I don't want to do that, but
yeah, I can't relate to that emotion simply because the defense is working. It's like if something's going well, not like we need to change this, So I don't know as far as that goes. I mean, if it's working, I wouldn't mess with it, but I do think it's going to be matchup dependent. Like there could be a situation, and my brain keeps going back to Philly and maybe if we get a chance to play them again, I think that would be a game where you would see more blitzing because they can't really throw the ball that well. So if you can get into the face of Jalen Hurts, then you're okay. And then also that their running attack is like what they do. So if you can blitz and you may be able to meet somebody in the middle of a run lane, that could work out. So I think it will be matchup dependent on the Rams sending more blitzes. I'm just trying to think of our schedule. I don't really think that there's anybody that makes sense to pull out. It's like Tampa Bay maybe is one. Detroit maybe is one. Carolina, yeah, that's certainly a possibility. I don't know how much you want to throw at Carolina. I mean, like, obviously, you're not in a position where you're just, like, saving everything for the playoffs, but, like, there is a little bit of that where you want to still, like, you're going to get there, so it's like, you want to show your whole hand before, the games are wildly important and you cannot lose them. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious to see if we do see at any point the matchup kind of dictate that we'll blitz more, but with the way that the Rams talent is up front and Jared Verse and Byron Young be able to get through one-on-ones no problem, and sometimes even doubles, then not necessarily a reason to blitz. You're just taking somebody out of coverage where that instead of Nate Landman screaming at someone's face, you give a quarter of a second more and Jared Verse is there, and now Nate Landman is covering that receiver. So I don't know, there's so many moving pieces to it, obviously, but I think it would be matchup dependent.
Speaking of matchup, I did have one more slide for you. I just want to show some love to these guys, just the tight end group. I know you're happy about this, but I don't want to take a lot of time on that. I literally just want to show some love, and if you wanted to too as well. 10 receptions, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns from the tight ends last week. Do we keep seeing a lot of 13? Do we see less of it? Do we see curveballs? I don't know, man.
Absolutely more. Already to this point of the season where we've only played 9 games so far. Already more receptions, yards, and touchdowns than the tight ends last year. So obviously, it's working. They are all the same person. I'm pretty convinced. I think we're in some kind of weird multiverse where we got 4 of the same tight ends because
they cloned them.
Any of them can get it done, man, which is crazy. I was going to ask you though, real quick on this one. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but do you think there's a potential that we might be dealing with any minor injuries with the addition of Muse to the practice squad at tight end?
I know McVay said it was more of a practice squad addition, like for the looks they have, because they are running with 4 guys. So if that's true, it's just a time thing of like they don't want to pull Parkinson, they don't want to pull Ferguson to do scout team looks because hey, you need first team reps. So like it literally could be that. But Nick Muse is super athletic. He's a cool. Whoa, my camera acting weird?
No, you look fine.
On mine, it's flashing green on mine. That's weird.
The logo's up down, which I don't understand. But other than that,
what is
your logo on your hat? I don't understand that. I don't get the I don't understand.
It's just a brand. It's just a style. It's just style. No, the God, what was I saying?
Sorry.
What was I saying? You made me lose my train of thought.
Nick Muse.
What were we talking about?
Muse
oh, they said he was just a scout team edition. I don't think there's any weird like smoke there. I think that's really just it.
Fair enough.
So tell me.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
How do you think this game goes?
I'll be completely honest. All right. So I know that it's you're not supposed to do this, but like as a Rams fan, I'll tag it with that. But I really do feel like the Rams come into this game and play some really, really good football, man. I something tells me that this is the game where all the national media, all that stuff is like, the Rams are straight up here and they are legit. I feel like the Rams do a pretty good job in this one. I feel like we get more pressure than anybody has on Seattle so far this year. We keep talking about this is the hardest game we've played all year, but that's the same case for them too, So I think that we're both running into this game with the knowledge that the other is very, very talented. But I do think the Rams can come in and control this game. That's what I'll say so far.
I expect it to be a good game. Like I don't have any qualms about it being close. I expect it to be close. I would expect nothing less from a very good team like the Seahawks are. I'm not falling into that. Oh, but look at their schedule. It's similar schedules. You can make the case for us like we kind of got away with a few things, like didn't have to face Lamar Jackson. The Saints are a quarterbackless team at this point.
Yeah.
But they've handled those teams as they should have. Same as the Seahawks did. I mean, you saw what they did to the Cardinals last week. Like, you're supposed to beat up on a team that is running through questions at quarterback.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really good game. I do think the Rams can pull away somehow and win by like 7 or 8. Because football is weird and just happens sometimes. But I do expect this to be a close match the whole time.
I'm expecting a close match until halftime, and then I think that the Rams can adjust. I think that I trust the Rams coaching staff to go in at halftime and adjust better than the Seahawks coaching staff. I think that Mike McDonald is doing an absolutely incredible job up there, but I think that the Rams will do a better job at halftime, coming out being like, okay, well, this is what they're doing. This is what they're trying to take away from us. On offense, this is what they're doing. This is where they're protecting, so let's go attack it. And then I just feel like the Rams can come out in the second half and kind of start. I do think like we're looking at like a 10-7 halftime, but I do think it's different than that come the end of the game.
I want to see. I'm trying to figure out what my score prediction is going to be.
Both their losses came at home for Seattle.
I don't know, man. Like I'm not falling for the Sam Darnold trap. Like as much as I know you're having fun with it too, from because of the 2 times we played him last year.
Yeah.
I do think he's grown up a little bit more. I think he's a little bit more comfortable in this Mike McDonald system. I think this is like a. Oh my god. 24-22 type game.
Okay.
I think this is like 24-22.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Make sure you drop your score prediction in the comment section. We got one bet 27-10, same as last year.
Oh,
Vikings, and then we got a 24-14 Rams.
we
This
win by double
Rams
digits.
streak,
I'm gonna be obnoxious. I'm gonna be obnoxious if we win by double digits.
I think we do, man. Are you ready to hear mine?
What you got?
Let's see. I actually
78-3.
Yeah. It's actually fun. I actually fully agree with one of those score predictions that we just shared. I'm feeling 27-10. That's
wow.
been kind of on that since Wednesday. I've been kind of feeling that. That's the number that's been popping into my head. I just feel like the Rams come out energetic. I think that it'll be one of those things where we'll kind of say we just come in with so much swag because of these uniforms and stuff like that. But I just feel like the Rams come in swinging, and I do think that at halftime, the Rams coaching staff is going to be able to adjust better than the Seahawks coaching staff. And I think that third quarter we really turn a bit of a corner and put up a couple back-to-back drives that look real good and then kind of coast it out. So I do feel that way about 10-7 at halftime. I think that Seattle is going to score early in the game, and then I just feel like the Rams can, as long as it's close at halftime, I feel good. The Rams can go into the locker room and then come out swinging. So I feel like the Rams can do a good job here.
I think it'll be. I think we're gonna get a lot of passing. Because I do think Seattle's defensive line is very stout in the rushing attack. I don't think they're top 2. Like, I don't think they're like this daunting, crazy, scary Seattle defense that's legendary, like some of the fans think. I think you've gone up in a lot of games pretty quickly. You've eliminated the need for running, so less rush yards by just quantity purposes. But I do think we're going to get a really, really big Devontae Adams game. You may think Puka because of the whole Cooper Kupp, the mentor thing, but I think it's more of a Devontae game because he is the unknown entity. There's not a lot of information Cooper Kupp can give on that. Just basically watch the film and pray that you can stick next to Devontae Adams in his routes. So I fully expect a big game out of Tay.
Yeah, absolutely. I did have. Oh man, there was something that I had on. What did you start that with? I had something on that. Damn.
Their rushing defense.
Oh yeah. They did place Jaron Reed on IR this week, so a little bit of a shift up front for Seattle. I think that means Leonard Williams' role could be changing a little bit, and this is going to be the first game of that. Has done well. He got a sack last week, but it was one of those one of those random Arizona Cardinals sacks where the quarterback just falls down and lets you touch him. So whatever. But it was one of those on Brissett last week. But he's been doing a good job. But we also got DeMarcus Lawrence, grizzled old vet out there too, who's been playing some really good football. So those two, the leaders up front, obviously they're harder to trick. You need to be able to just out physical them, just because of the just the brain power there. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens here. I'm feeling minimum this game's going to be wildly entertaining. I do feel comfortable saying that.
And I'm ready for all of it. I will be there. If you're going to be at the tailgate, look out for me. Come hang out. We'll be doing some content at the tailgate, just walking around, trying to stay dry because hopefully it doesn't rain. If it rains, I'm going to be very sad.
Yeah, it's sad times out there for rain. It's not a rain place for sure. But yeah, man, I'll be live on the Ram Showcase YouTube and Facebook page ahead of the game. Just kind of chatting Rams, stuff like that as I'm heading out to the bar. But thanks for hanging out, dude. We're getting some general touchdowns in here. We're gonna get some Jared versus sacks. I think I need to see another flying squirrel on Darnold. I need another one.
I shut up. Shut up.
All right, favorite Seahawks Rams moments in history. Go.
Was it the Darius Williams pick six?
Yeah, that was clean. First time ever we wore bone jersey on royal pants in that game.
Ugh, not a fan of that combo.
I love that combo. It's so sick. Give me Torrey Holt's bobbling touchdown over Lofa Tatupu in St. Louis.
Lofa Tatupu. What a name. What a name.
Freaking play, dude. Why is Lofa Tatupu covering Torrey Holt deep? You guys messed up, man.
Somebody screw that up. Geno Smith seeing the gates of heaven with Aaron Donald running straight at him. Oh, shit.
That's such a good one. Give me Cam Kinchen's 103 interception return.